First match of the baccpaBrawl 153. We got Kensei on the Kiske versus Wild on the Giovanna. I'm baccpack and I'm joined by the one and only Patriarch Panda.
Hey, what is good, fellas? You know we're coming back to it every week, baccpaBrawl. And you know, you've got something to, well, one of the usual names here, Kensei, bringing it back, maybe continue that multi-time winning streak. Well, they're up against Wild, like you mentioned, Giovanna player. And you know, we do quite like watching the Giovannas. We don't get a ton of them, and when we get to see them, absolute treat. And this is going to be a battle of neutral, isn't it, baccpack?
Yeah, absolutely. Two of the stronger neutral characters in the game. Two of the considered to be more honest characters in the game. I reckon we're going to see a lot of strike throw. We're going to see a lot of big buttons. And we're going to see a lot of nice bombos from both these players, as well as Kensei lands a nice little 50%, locks it in, takes the first round.
Very nice, you know. Usual, what you'd expect from Kensei. Solid competitor here. Well, they're going to get caught. Wild capitalizing for some decent damage, and we're resetting a bit of a 2S nasty counter hit there. And I'm going to assume, did you get that delay there, or was that just me?
I did. I'm not going to lie. That happened the second I timed out. Not timed out. The second I tabbed out to open up the recording files.
Same.
I hope it wasn't me.
Same. Yeah, I was like, I'm tapping out to look at the match arena. I'm like, is this same? Anyway, Wild's on it right now. One more interaction's all it's need to knock out Kensei. And I love the fact that they went like, I'm going to play spacing and I'm going to call it the dash out. Clever play from Wild to tie the first matchup.
Yeah, final round on this first match, the baccpaBrawl. Recently, we've been getting a lot of game fives. We've been getting a lot of close games, and I hope that trend continues today because the competition just gets better and better every single week. As Kensei finds it with the JS, picks it up in the sky. Giovanna trap in the corner. Oh my god, the dash in 6P to avoid the fireball, but still Kensei ready for that follow-up, able to get the wall here. I don't think you're going to be able to kill Wild sitting here with 2 bars, but only a pixel of HP left to work with. And with this low amount of HP, you got to play perfectly. And that's a fantastic start, though. Ending with the super through the wall.
Really immaculate overhead, and you're going to be continuing that momentum from there. You do have that bar burst, but you can only use it aggressively in the 2K to catch the walk by again. Street Fighter-like neutral. Kensei going to be going up 1-0.
On to game number 2, round start, we're going to get the far slash. Nice hit from Giovanna, nice confirm as well. Kensei immediately gives up that burst, doesn't want to hold on to the damage. We're going to the 5K into the 5H, finds the counter hit. Giovanna likewise also going to give up that burst, reacts to the spin in with the 6P. Kensei always on it on the defense.
Yeah. Oh, what a jump back. Should be able to get some solid damage, but ups for a reset. Not going to get it. YRC deny that. And Wild getting a nice 2S. Again, see, the thing is, I think it's a spectator issue because they're going as if nothing's happening, right?
Yeah, usually when you see a slowdown like that, both players will just like walk backwards and then stop.
Yeah.
But looks like we're still continuing. We're going to need the 5H there. Into the pickup, 2S, cross up, side switch, it's double jump, and we're barely going to be able to get that. I don't know if I've ever seen a wall splat that high before. Excellent DP, what a read. Way to RPS it. Kensei takes the round.
It was that peculiar. Very, very peculiar. Okay, we'll talk about that in a moment. Good pickup here from Kensei. Should be able to send you through the wall. Dull damage dealt. Has to work against that burst. Oh, what? 5H from the neutral play, and Wild's on the approach. Oh, big counter out with the 2D. And we're capitalizing with that super. Sending you through the wall. Immaculate counter hits. They've kind of got to carry that momentum, but they got to worry about that 2 bars in the bag that Kensei can represent.
2P staggers into the close slash, nice hit into the knockdown, RC forward. We're gonna be able to get this to the wall here, and did not actually break that wall. Wants to keep Giovanna into the corner, potentially get that burst out, ready for the barrier, back throw, dash in, 5K. What a super on the way. No, it's not gonna be safe here, and the RC will absolutely close it out. Giovanna not only takes the round, but holds on to that burst, maintaining an advantage going into the final round of game number 2.
Oh, indeed, looking fairly nice, and we're both gonna be playing a bit of a weird movement game, but what a jump in. Capitalize on the counter hit, and now it's gonna be about taking you to the corner. You've got the Oki, backs up. We have been seeing a ton of DPs, so I like the fact that Wild aware, looking out for clean air counter hit confirm. Then you're through the wall with a super. And you know what? Gio, with one more good hit, could win right here.
No, but the
with
FD,
one more good hit.
perfectly timed, perfectly spaced, mashes out Kensei.
Good jump.
Taking space, goes to the low, into the RC forward, plus frames. Bar slash frame trap, chases with that 2H, denying the jump, jumps into the chest, and this right here should be some good damage. Opts not break the wall. Backs off. Ring it.
Oh,
2S.
no.
Confirms, breaks the wall. It is anybody's game, but Wild has the 2 bars to immediately use. Goes for the BRC forward. Backs off. Didn't want to get DP'd once again. Goes to the top 5 into the RC. Blocks it all. And ready for the close up is Kensei. Kensei takes game number 2. On to game number 3. Rounds over near the far/counter hit. Backs off. Trap in the corner right now. Giovanna trying to find a way out. Fights for the space. Finds it with a far slash. Nice confirm. Into the soft knockdown. Close/OTG. Dash back in. Throw for the reset. You're going to have to hold this for a while. Throws back into mid-screen. I wonder why. Okay, because we have a side swap combo for the Opties, obviously.
Yep. Oh, good blocks. Not going to get open up there. The health is very low for Kensei. So Dragon Still's definitely play. You won't see it though. You won't see it unless a wall break comes into play. Oh, wait, no, that was the startup. He grabbed his face for a frame. I saw that. I'm not a fool. I recognize the startup of Dragon Still. He went for it twice.
I respect going for the DI there, especially when you're up 2-0, trying to give us a snazzy finish. But does not come to fruition here. Will flip in, though. Finds that hit into the knockdown. 5K whips. Deflected away. Chases with that far slash. Giovanna doing a great job at those. Fantastic use of the deflect. Fantastic use of the quick movement that Giovanna has access to. Right now, just holding on to the fireball. Double backdash. Re-engage. PRC gets under and over the fireball. Christ. Able to get this big pickup because of it. This is good damage secured by Giovanna.
Aye, very nice indeed. You got the corner back. 2S resets it. Should be able to kill with that charged 5B. Able to call it. That's 1-0 Panda. And Wild gonna be taking a game for them.
On to game number 4. Jiggly, thank you for the raid. Hopefully you had a wonderful stream. I see Bad Moon in the chat as well. Hopefully we're all doing well. Right now we have Wild versus Kensei. Kensei trying to close out the set right here, right now. Wild trying to stay alive from winner's side. Ready for the 6P for the anti-tier and has a nice little confirmed boot.
Oh, what a close slash anti-air. Again, usually you see the Kiskes do that, but you know what? Giovanna's showing not only can they do it, but they're going to capitalize. So much damage dealt, and Will back in the offense gets the 2S. Clean connection, should be able to kill off this combo. There we go.
Very nice.
Dominating run from Wild there. Very dominating.
Yeah, we'll see if they can continue this. Force a game number 5. Right now they're doing a fantastic job in the movement game, playing in and out of Kai's ranges, and that's so difficult to do, specifically against a character like Kai, who feels like this dude's operating at full screen at all times.
Oh, I certainly. Oh god, good pickup. Sends you through the wall with the super. This is looking all wild, you know. One more interaction. You've got to bait burst. You've got to bait the meter. But besides that, this is looking like your game. You can tie it to a 2 very easily. But those are the 2 walls, the 2 hurdles that you need to jump. And Kensei looking like a tall hurdle indeed. As they're bringing it back, that health is essentially tied up.
BRC forward. We've seen that represented a lot. This time with the landing chance. No! All of your meter is gone, and so is your life. Kensei is on set point here. Can close out winner side top 8. Round 1 of the baccpaBrawl 153. Finds that early hit. Secures the plus frame. Secures it again. This time going to get gold bursted out. And Giovanna with this gold burst trying to make something happen. Backs off. Still down backing.
Oh, big counter at 5H. Again, this should be some solid damage. You've got 2 bars a meter, so they're not going to use RC to capitalize on the fact that Giovanna does do more meter. More damage with the meter that you got, but that's a nice air throw. Kensei bringing it back on the set point.
Amazing use of meter from both parties thus far. Kensei obviously with just an amazing aerial throw there after the PRC, the throw PRC. We're gonna see a jump in, out space, called out the walk back with the 2K 2D, stays in with the wild assault close slash into the trade of the 2S. PRC to stay safe. We're seeing so many whip PRCs in this matchup. The neutral is a neutralin, and Kensei will take the set 3-1.
Heading into winners semis, the second set. We have got Esgifto on the right with the name Roaring Knight up against Scissors, the Anji main that we all know and love. However, I was saying this a moment ago, this matchup is not good. Oh, for Anji, what a backdash.
That was crazy.
That was crazy. Oh, that's
Yep. Oh, no,
he missed with the combo.
Enough. But we are going to find that with the 2K. And why don't you tell us, Panda, why is this matchup so polarizing, and for which character?
So basically, you're seeing it right there. Flick and Slide Head are 2 hurdles that Anji needs to get over. And in terms of safe poking, he has a ton of it in this matchup. If you could spin a 5H, Anji can certainly get in, but you're also seeing it. Potemkin just has a lot of really good reactive tools that they can use in the matchup. So not only are you going to see good defensive plays from Potemkin because they're a lot easier to do, you're also just going to see a hard time in neutral for Anji. So when your offense and your neutral sucks, it doesn't feel good.
I don't know, it feels
you're also a
pretty good to
parry
me.
character.
It feels pretty good to me, man. As Gifto takes game number 1-0. On to game number 2, and we are going to see a character swap. Scissors, notoriously not only an Anji player, also has that Slayer in the back pocket. We'll see if this is a little easier to deal with. Obviously, there are some defensive implications when you're up against Slayer, but Potemkin does fairly well into this too, no?
Yeah, he does really well. This is the next matchup where Potemkin does insanely well. And neutral, it's a bit weird for Slayer, but you know, it's because of armor, right? So if you could call out armor, get by Slide Head or Hammerfall, you do well. But then the next problem comes into it. Potemkin has good defensive options against Slayer. Hammerfall can beat a ton of the Dandy Step options, and Fuzzy Potemkin Buster also calls out the weird left-right nonsense. So at the end of the day, Potemkin just has so many tools to call out in this matchup on defense and in neutral. So again, you went from two different characters that have different the similar problem, but for different reasons. So it's weird. It's very peculiar. Oh,
yeah. So just generally, the character pool for Scissors here is just not going to play well into Potemkin. So they got a bit of a hurdle to
unless they've got a Sin, unless they got a Sin, maybe a Johnny, then you can maybe throw something at them. But this, it's no good, not too good. Ooh.
Out of range for the 5H, hard knockdown. Tries to go for the air. This time, Slayer comes out on top. Hard knockdown, flips in. Tries to go for that space to us. Potemkin not going to fall for it. Ready for this delayed 5P fuzzy mash, which not only helped in just now, but obviously worked in the Anji matchup as well. What do you think about that as a defensive option?
Say that again, sorry?
The fuzzy 5P.
Fuzzy 5P. Potemkin doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're what the?
That's crazy. That is actually so wacky.
Sick in the head. You're actually sick in the head for that play. But respectable. Well done. It's Gifto up 2-0, and that's a villain play. That just is a villain play indeed. Heading into game number 3, we've went back to the Anji, so we're opting for comfortability in the matchup. So that's probably the play. But again, you've seen it. Neutral. You've got to call out armor. And then afterwards, if the Slide Head is spinned, by the way, that's Potemkin's turn, right?
Yeah.
So if you spin Slide Head, you have to respect what Potemkin has to do. And he's going to put you in a 50-50, and you're a parry character against a grappler. This matchup has never been good for the parry bros.
Oh, is that another drop? I think that's the same setup we saw earlier.
No, it's a reset. Reset.
That's purposeful reset. Okay.
Yep. After 6K, you can go for a normal hit, or you can go for a pop buster, or you can go for delayed heavenly.
How plus are you?
I think it's like you're like +1 or something like that. Again, gotcha. It's like nobody really mashes on 6K on hit, right? Because they're like, oh, they're gonna flick. So it's a bit of a messed up mind game that you're doing for sure. It's a bit of an RPS indeed.
It's actually quite a layer 2 mind game.
Yep. Oh, backs up, Hammerfall, PRC into the throw. Oh, you went for deflect. That was the worst time to go for deflect. You have to do it on the Garuda.
Dude. This matchup is defined by how well Potemkin is RPS'd in these situations. Able to shut it down. Takes the set 3-0 over 4-time baccpaBrawl champion Scissors.
And I just want to say, as much as I love this character, it's a hurdle. It is a hurdle to fight this man.
On to loser side, top 8, and this is a crazy matchup to have in loser side. We've got Insert, last week's champion, on the May versus Dany, one of the best Guilty Gear Strive players that exists in the game currently. One of the most fundamentally sound, the most winning baccpaBrawl champion of all time, the GOAT,
Dany. Aye. That is probably the multi-time champion on here, kind of looking like LeBron James with that GOAT status. Am I correct in saying that?
LeBron's known for not having as many championships as he should have, and I don't think that's the case for Dany. Danny's got like 25 of them.
Okay, well, since you're the American, who would you compare him to?
Well,
Is he a Steph Curry type man?
Sure.
I'm not educated in basketball, fellas, and it's showing.
I don't think Dany would be upset about that comparison.
yeah, to be fair, like if you're getting compared to that goal in general, you're probably all like, yeah, that's good. But yeah, no, this is a tall hurdle for Insert. I know they've taken the first round, but that doesn't mean it's going to be easy pickings for the rest of it. And as we know, Insert from last week, they put on an amazing show to me. So I'm kind of hoping that we get to see more of that. But Dany is looking to deny that. And he's a monster, man. He is an absolute monster at fight.
Throwing out the 5 inches around start, try to anti-air as well, not going to connect. Dany with a hard knockdown. Oh, by the way, something to mention, this is our first time in a while having the Kiskes back in town. We had like a 2 or 3 week break where there were no Kai Kiskes, but now he's back.
Oh yeah, they were all like, we heard that there was a lack of Kiskes, and then they joined the bracket like the wild westerners they are, you know. So it's going to be pretty mad. It's going to be pretty mad sending you through the wall. Dany needs one more interaction, and I'm assuming... Oh, went for reverse backup JS. Definitely a clever play. Ooh, Insert with a powerful counter hit. This could be the turn of the tide. So you got to beat the 2-bar.
Is this safe?
Leapfrog.
I think it's safe. PRC forward. 5P. Wins. Oh, dude. That was such a good play from Dany there. I think in those situations, most players are going to go for the fuzzy throw. Absolutely calls it out. Far slash was enough. Dany goes up 1-0.
Ooh, heading into it, baccpack. Second game. Oh my god, big throw with punish. It does appear that Insert has made some pretty clever reads, but Dany is seeming one step ahead with every game they play, and they've got the corner on lock now.
What a chase. That right there is the power of the dash macro. Just immediately chasing when your opponent jumps right over you. Has the setup there. Dash back into the close slash, into the low. Dany with the down back. Picking their spots, and speaking of which, they picked the perfect spot to go for the far slash wild assault for the extension and to the super. This should be a corner to corner combo. Good amount of damage, especially on main with this hard knockdown. We can threaten. There it is, the strike throw off of the 5K. And Dany, one step closer, going up 2-0 in the set.
Yeah, backing up, playing around the air. Good blocks, backs up again. I absolutely love the patient play from Dany to play to their space and can look for whip punish opportunities. And against me, that's not easy considering how this character just moves around the screen. But good DP on that 2D, getting right back into it. Dany's getting a solid pickup. And with this wall confirm, you've certainly solidified a health lead. But you gotta maybe hit me like 2 more times if it's small confirms.
Yeah. Oh, well, this is no small confirm. Your opponent's gonna have to... No. Just goes to the 6K, setting Mei and to the corner, going for that positional advantage here. Yeah, they were absolutely looking for that. We are going to see a hard knockdown here. Into another throw. Into the same side. Not the cross up this time around. Into the super. Really? Oh. Yeah, that's a big whale.
Also, did you just say really?
Well...
Is that 2-0 Panda? Is Panda winning the combos today?
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Okay.
You know what they say about the broken clock?
No, actually, I don't. What did they say?
It's right twice a day.
Christ. Come on, man.
Big anti there with the Dolphin. Set to the beach ball, and Dany went for the jump over the beach ball there. Close slash. Avoided. Dolphin. 2K. Tries to go right back in with the Totsugeki, but not this time. Wake up super. Connects.
Oh, Christ, now you've got the corner and lock. Oh, the Totsugeki gets sent back on the burst. But what a counter and Insert showing that they can hang with the best. And we're tying it 1-1. Heading into it. We're tied 1-1 apiece. Insert showing that they can hang with Dany. And it's insane to think that Dany, of all the people who joined back up in the baccpaBrawl, is playing in loser's side. And it's got me like a little curious. Who knocked them down here to this part? And I'm looking here, it was S-Gifto with a clean 3-0, so maybe today the man to beat is that Potemkin monster waiting in winners finals. Who knows? It's gonna be a long time.
I love when the bracket demon's a Potemkin player. There's just a whole different aura about the bracket.
Man. Now I've gotten a fight Gifto before. We played in that Potemkin mirror tournament and it was a fun time. I don't remember who won it, but like, I remember winning it. I remember winning it, but I'm not 100% sure because I don't want to cap. I do not want to cap. I played my heart out in that tournament. That's all I'm saying.
I love that. So Dany is... Oh, wait, I didn't update it. It's 1-1, correct?
Yep.
Yep. So yeah, Insert was able to take that with the super. Now we're here. Insert has Dany trapped in the corner. Once again, a well-placed DP here by Dany. Tries to go for the far slash cop of the Dolphin. Not going to be a counter hit, so we're not going to get any full reward here. Both players jumping around, trying to meet in the sky. And it looks like Dany will win the joust battle of JS's.
Oh, and with the super as well to cash out. Solid damage. You've tied up the health a wee bit, and you do have that okay run with. Gets the far slash. The pickup was clean indeed. But burst off the table. Insert showing that they still got sides of life. But the Scum Dipper get right back in. It feels like Totsugeki should win that, but Scum Dipper madly active. And with a decent hitbox, able to clip the Dolphin, go up 2-1.
On to game number 4, and we are going to connect with the far slash here, but not Kai's far slash, on Maze. And Maze has been doing such a good job with these combos, by the way. You got to give big props to Insert, who has clearly optimized a lot of these routings, including the 5K into the wild assault. That's a snazzy one.
You know, speaking of far slashes, as soon as you said that, I started thinking myself, I'm like, wow, I wonder whose his far slash you'd rather have. Would you rather have Kai, or would you rather have Maze far slash? Oh, that was quick. Is it you want speed over like big hitbox?
Bro, I think both of them have a big hitbox, Dad.
Yeah, but
I don't know. Maybe Chad
one, right?
disagrees, but I feel like no. I think Kai's is bigger. Maze is just smaller, so it might look bigger in comparison to her body. Kai's far slash is huge, brother. And I'm not measuring, that reach? But, man.
I don't think Kai reached from there. That's a whoa, calm down. But it's it's interesting as well. Oh, one hair throw! Oh my God, it's Insert bringing it back. The 2-2 scenario. You got bait the burst. No, you don't. Just one ring.
Oh, that was Insert's opportunity to tie it up 2-2, but instead, Dany has the opportunity to stay alive in this game. Number 4, able to get with the 5D into the RC. Whoa, I don't know what that was, but maybe it wasn't going to kill, and so they wanted one more hit, but either way, it's still not going to kill. Does get that wall splat, wall break, flies in, JS covers the space, and Dany forces a final round in game number 4.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, not Insert, please. I need this. Lock in. That is such a shame. Like, they lost that round of about a draw opportunity, we're going to call it. Yeah. And now Dany is just kind of catching them flustered and is just taking it. This is insane. One more interaction, and he gets the throw. No RC, though.
Another throw any second. Oh, what the heck? Jump forward, baits the burst, punishes perfectly. And Dany takes the set 3-1, capitalizing on one mistake made by Insert.
All right, heading into it. We're heading into loser's top here. We got Galaxy versus Brownie. And yeah, very odd matchup. But I was asking baccpack about it. He's not seen it before. I've seen it quite a few times in EMEA. And the interesting thing, in terms of neutral, minions won't really come into play. It's mostly on offense like this. And then Axel has to guess with his life, because his health is so small. But in terms of neutral, minion plays are very difficult to do.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense intuitively, because Axel obviously has the long pokes, has the charge. No, it's no longer charge. What's that move called? Rensen.
Yeah,
there we go.
Rensen. Yeah, I have to think about that.
With all these different options, I think it can be difficult to actually not only get the minions out, but then keep them alive, like defend against them. But right now, it doesn't look like Joe Brownie needs them. Doing a fantastic job on all avenues, able to take the first round.
Oh, very nice. Playing the left, right. Not going to get caught by the minions, but you are stuck in the corner, having to defend for your life. Gets caught. Same side, catches you with the overhead, and with the super, time to go through the wall and cash out for a ton of damage. Oh, look at that. Jeez.
Positive bonus secured. JS for Axel. Counter hits. Sets up the minion. And engages forward. I like that play from Axel there. Goes to the ID. JS has huge range. Will stop Jacko if she's trying to get greedy with these minions. Backdashes on the DLC 2K. Tries to deny the aerial space. Does so. Hits with the Rensen.
Oh, good luck. Try to jump in. Went for the 2D. Good retreat from Galaxy, who's back on the offense, but has to kind of play it cool. As the minions now play, what? 6p into the confirm. Oh, baits the burst as well. And just like that, I believe Joe Brownie's going to be taking our first game here. 1-0 to the Jacko.
On to game number 2. Joe Brownie coming off of a dominating victory. And I don't know if you noticed this, but Joe Brownie has some of the most polarizing sets ever played in the baccpaBrawl. I feel like they might have like one of the most 3-0s. They're just a very, very momentum-heavy player. And if you give them a decent matchup, you give them a decent couple decisions, I mean, they will truly take it all the way.
But the other thing as well, they also have to play the most like oddest matchups whenever they're on screen, don't they? That's the other sad thing. It's like, oh yeah, I'll do insanely well, but then there's just the occasional like what was it we had last time? They were fighting another Jacko or a Unica, and it's like, oh lord.
They may be odd matchups to us, but I mean, to Jacko, those are just games.
Fair, man, fair. You just gotta be on that next level, innit?
It's true.
But taking that round from Galaxy, already on it, getting caught by the aerial again on with a nice 2D. You've got the corner lock and could have capitalized for some solid damage, but not gonna, because of that burst. Well placed from Galaxy.
Flies in, finds the top hit, but unable to confirm there. Not going to be enough hits done there. Goes for the tap 5D into the RC forward. Should be a good combo here into the reset setup. Goes for the low. Axel not going to fall for it. Stays plus in the face of Axel. Goes for the throw on the strike throw. And that is the round. Joe Brownie doing phenomenally, forcing a final round in game number 2.
Aye, man. You know what I'm doing right now? This might sound bad. While I'm watching, I'm just staring at the background. I forgot how goddamn beautiful
look
the backgrounds are.
Girl just staring at those plants. She's a little too close. I think her head might be touching the flowers.
Like, you're thinking about it too much. You know, you gotta get up close and personal for like a good whiff. You know what I mean? That's a ton of damage. Oh, now we're sightseeing. Look at that.
I think the only thing we're seeing is this Axel super. That connects, gets the hard knockdown. Should be able to jump in here. JS catches the backdash.
Honey,
stays in with the red set.
they're playing neutral and guilty here. You see her in the back.
I see it. Joe Brownie goes up 2-0.
Fuck off.
On to game number 3. I hope that didn't just make it into the video, dude. I really hope it didn't, but I'm not checking.
We're not starting that debate yet. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying.
Definitely not.
Because
I will say, I'm disappointed in the commentators, though. I think Attack on Titan was clear. Anyways,
no, we're not doing this again.
We're not doing it again. We're not doing it again. Everyone knows I'm right, and that's fine. I'll have to live with that for the rest of my life. All right, we're going to see the super in the gap here. Axel, bang! Connects into the knockdown. Jacko waking up, has to hold this Rensen. Going for the dashes here. Respects the tornado, sets up the shield, flies it out, and so far they're doing a whole lot for a whole little. They're actually fighting for their life right now, but still kind of trapped in the corner. Finally, gambles away out, gets the hit. RC for the extension, and Galaxy gives up that burst to force Jacko back into the corner. They jump in.
Boy, good blocks. Not going to get caught by the left, right. Has to hold the offense. We are staggering. Minion in play. Clap. Minions in play. The risk is high. If you get caught by a 2K, this is death. But Galaxy, cool, composed, escapes, gets a win round on the bait of the burst. And I have to admit, that was by far the best round from Galaxy. The patience, the looking out for their opportunity, and then just making the hardest read on that burst, taking the round, and just it's giving you so much momentum. Look at this round. Look at this round, backpack.
Yeah, that last round, it finally looked like Axel was like getting their win condition. They were actually playing neutral, keeping Jacko away.
Oh, very nice. Has 2 bars to work with. Went for the instant overhead into the RC. Well defended. Joe Brownie sends out the JD, the minion, the 6K for the pickup. Needs one more interaction. Gets pushed back. Use the meter to stay safe. Not going to get whip punished.
Flies in with the low. Fast RC into the minion. Dash and throw. Sets up 2. Dash and throw again. This time it's going to be a trade. I wasn't looking at the HPs. It looks like Galaxy 42 gets on the board.
Oh my god. Heading into the next one. 4th game. Galaxy looking to make a comeback, and with that last match, that was very convincing, right? So I'm kind of thinking they may have gotten their groove, they may have got their momentum, and they're getting the mojo, baby. You know what I'm saying?
I think I know what you're saying, dude. We'll see though. You know, one game is one game. Make it 2, and then I see a pattern. You know. But that was certainly a great game there from Galaxy. I'm just curious on whether or not they're going to be able to do it again. And so far, it looks like they will. The OTG not going to be enough there. Almost had a meaty setup, but just not in range. Jacko still trying to show that they have the power, but no. Galaxy once again having a fantastic round.
Nice. Just playing the neutral game. Decides to send out the minion. Galaxy gives up the space, and Joe Brownie makes a very good read on that, takes it back, and is able to take a good, strong pressure sequence, gets a good throw. Left, right, goes for throw. I like this, they're reading the momentum.
We're already at 3/4 risk, and we haven't even committed this meter. I think this is locked in. Oh. No, Galaxy picks the perfect time to mash. I don't even know how that happened. It seemed like Joe Brownie had a checkmate situation, besides Galaxy giving up the burst, but somehow Galaxy finds a way out without having given up that burst, and they have a huge advantage in this round. A huge advantage if it goes to a final round, and I'm so curious how this is going to close off. BRC forward, 2P. I think he blocked in time. I think that recovers, which means we have a bait here. Dash in, close slash, immediately into that super. I don't think it kills.
It doesn't. If Wall was in place, certainly there's no debates about it, but this is actually a very good scenario for Galaxy, holding them by a pixel of their life, and if they can get Joe Brownie's burst, that would be the ultimate round. But what a JD, and this is set point now, backpack. Joe Brownie can take it right here, right now, and knock Galaxy out the bracket, knock it out an Axel Bro. It'll be a sad day, but at the end of the day, Jacko could continue. It's a good one either or. Interesting characters on the screen, and this is a nice pickup burst to send you back.
That's so sad, that last round, closing it out with a JD. I mean, that was Jacko's like final will. I think if they don't kill with a JD, I don't think they're winning that round, and Galaxy just unfortunately not ready to block an FD. That big jump in here from Joe Brownie, who now is feeling really good after stealing that last round, is now on set point. Sets up the sandwich pressure. YRC baited even with the YRC bug in play. Absolute call out, absolute destruction. Joe Brownie takes the set 3-1. First match of top 6 losers side, we've got Dany and we've got Wild. This is a run back of the matchup that we saw previously. And chat's so right. You got it.
yeah. And chat is a little bit right. But yeah, Wild against Dany. Gonna be a very difficult one. You're going from one solid Kai to another. And this one is an absolute veteran. Long-standing Kai. I think day 1 Kai. I'm not 100% sure. But this is someone who's going to have a ton of knowledge into the matchup. Is going to play neutral absurdly well. And you're going to have to really watch your toes.
I like watch the toes because Dany with these 5Ks. Dany, the 5Ks and the 2 S's, I mean, they're going to hit you.
And Scum Dipper as well. You got to remember that.
Can't forget that one, yeah. However, Wild making a statement, taking the first round.
Oh, we're also listening to Carp DM, the new song. Pretty good one for Unica as well. Don't know what they're saying though. I've started to really pay attention to the lyrics, but I'm like, I know I mess with this. It's got drums.
Don't most of them. Don't all of them.
I know, but like, look, shush. It's got a high. What was it? BPM. That's it. It's got a high BPM.
Oh, okay.
Burn the ground, you know. Oh, good chase. Wild Assault has that meter, cashes out, and just like you've got the electricity state applied. Gotta be careful. Oh, the close slash connection, and just like that, Dany. He's shimmying. He's a monster. Tied up here, 1-1.
I think Kai shimmies. You got to give it up for Dany for just being one of the best at doing it. Just picks the best moments, does the best spacings for him, has the best punishes. I mean, there's a reason Dany is an absolute bracket demon, one of the best Kai Kiskes, one of the best Guilty Gear players that exists currently.
Okay, we need to chill it with the glazing, you know what I'm saying, bro?
Well, that being said, Wild's just better.
Because the best player is Andros, okay? Best player is Andros,
okay,
right?
dude.
That's all I'm saying, bro. Oh, Scum Dipper RC should be able to pick up solid damage. But one thing I'll definitely agree on, though, is the shimmies, right? That's something he's been representing since 2 years ago. Good throw punish, well, it's going to go up 1-0. Pretty nice indeed for this player.
On to game number 2, rounds up when you see the dash in into the 5K. Gives up that burst. Fantastic challenge out with that 6P. And right now, Dany opting to use a lot of FD instead of the DPs, which we do often see represented by them. We're going to see a big corner-to-corner combo. Whiffs the 2K, finds it as an opportunity to dash and go for the throw. Baited! A huge jump in into a down back, calls out that YRC, which more people are using right now due to the prevalent bug, making YRC happen a lot quicker than it should.
I kind of mind the frameage on it, but it kills a lot of like close slash into nothing.
Yeah.
But there are still some that can do it, you know, like if you have like cancels, you know, like jump cancels and that. And there are some characters where it does recover fast enough. But there is some that you've got to pay attention to that are scary, like Leo back turn into stance cancel. He can bait every YRC, so that's something you still got to consider. But it's definitely stronger for the characters who lack the defensive tools like Pot, Zao, and HC. This is pretty good. Dany checking the shins, checking the toes. We talked about this before. It takes a very quick game too. The tie is 1-1.
On to game number 3, we're going to get the 2P at round start. It has the confirmed down as well, but Wild immediately gives up that burst. We're going to see the DP finally represented here from Kai. Using fireballs, cover the ground, cover the air. Chases behind it, far slash daggers, 5H. And once again, going for the projectile game, largely, I assume, because Giovanna has represented quick dashes from downtown.
Oh, that's some good damage, I know. Dany needed one more clean interaction, going for the projectile, gets in with the Frigir, tap 5D into the RC. That's a classic. That's just a Kai classic.
That's one of the few rounds I've seen from Kai where it feels like you didn't get to play the game. Like, Kai's one of those characters, it's fun to fight him because it's like, I always get to play the game at some point. That was literally a no interaction round. There was no dealing with Dany there.
When Kais are on it, they're on it, man. You just see that they're like, they're such good deniers once they're like, they've read the momentum. This is actually quite nice though. Wild stealing it back after that corner interaction. Almost looked like we were going to see a loop at the first round where Dany was going to take it. But one clean defensive read allowed for a Wild to carry that momentum, get the wall break, tying up the third match here, meaning that either person will take a significant lead for that 2-1. And the first blood did go to Dany, but big first significant blood, breaking shins, breaking bones. It's going to be Wild.
2-1 is the real advantage. 1-0, 2-1. That's huge. Just need that huge, one more now. We are going to have the super here to break the wall. Dany trying to get to that significant advantage. Goes to the 5K meaty. Connects, close slash, link, 5D. We are going to have a burst in play, but no, just breaks the wall immediately. No opportunity. Alive. And Wild has a bit of a useless burst here as died in a single strike. No opportunity. Dany goes up 2-1.
All right, heading into the fourth game, we're going to find out who will be continuing it. Will Wild stay alive in the bracket? Or is Dany going to knock them out, knock out the Giovanna, and it's going to be them continuing the loser semis? Who knows? Looking forward to either or. And Wild certainly off to a decent start. Already deleted a good chunk of health, but it's already getting tied up as Dany takes a couple of interactions here and there. A good block on the super. Even though they had plus frames, they were looking at for a DP, and Wild is getting caught even more so. This is looking rough for them, backpack.
Yeah, right now, Wild's having a really difficult time in neutral. As we were talking about earlier, Dany sometimes can just make the great reads, make it really impossible to find a way in, even for a mobile character like Giovanna. But Wild finally finds that way in, carrying this momentum. Dany still has 2 bars, though, for this defensive maneuver. Goes for the BRC forward, and the JP locks it down, goes for the... then just baits it. Just baits it. Has a perfect scenario. It's like a checkmate. I'm calling out your up back perfectly, and I'm burst baiting your options afterwards.
Oh yes, but that's a good round start from Wild to bring it back. The burst off the table to put you back into neutral. Trying to get in with the projectile killing kick, but you're still stuck in the corner after trying to get in. You've already been put back into a corner scenario, but that's a nice close slash counter. Able get some good damage. They've even got the bar as well if they want to extend, but holding on to it. Giovanna does even more damage and more defensive stats kick in. And I like the fact that they cash out with the super, confirming the kill, not even making it difficult for them, not even doing the combo. I love that. But here we go, backpack. Still set point.
Still set point for Dany. That was a really out of character round for Dany. That was actually a couple sloppy mistakes back to back. We saw whiffs in the opponent's face, which were capitalized, punished by Wild. Good on them. And then afterwards, same thing. I mean, we'll see if Dany can close this out, but they might be getting a little nervous here against Wild as they inch closer and closer to tying this up for game number 5.
Oh no, went for the throw, but unfortunately whiffed. Suffering from success. You were 2+. It's a sad time. Rushes in, 5K. Close slash, YRC, well placed against that 5D, gets the back throw. Wait, this is a winning scenario for Wild. They have a bar, but Dany has 2.
Oh my! Into the close slash, into.
Me too. I would as well.
I can only presume that the combo played out. Dany took it, and Wild is unfortunately going to be eliminated from top 6.
Yeah, sadly, history repeats itself, with the Kai continuing, specifically with a 3-1. Heading into our last set of losers top 6 backpack, we got Scissors and Joe Brownie. These two I've probably battled a ton in the baccpaBrawl, right? Never mind other tournaments where they do compete and do stand out as solid competitors. In the baccpaBrawl, they've played a ton. So it's going to be interesting to see who's going to break away, be the one to win it and head to Lizard semis. But either or, I can't pick a favorite. I really can't.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is a matchup where I'm here to watch some amazing Guilty Gear, regardless of who wins. May the best gamer win. But yeah, both of these players have potential to 3-0 each other. Both players have the potential to take this to game number 5, make it a last hit. I mean, it really can go any which way here. It's just who's ready to play today at this time in the baccpaBrawl 153.
Oh my god. I know, man. And those air throws earlier, just like doing it back to back to each other, that was nice. But Joe Brownie will be the one taking the lead here, right? Taking the first blood, taking the first round. And the burst is so tight. This is such an even matchup. Fun to watch. I'm a big fan. Oh, the shimmy! Very nice. Has the minion in play. Pretty optimal position to have 2K2D with the kick, booting you through the wall with the super driver. Chunking out. Scissors has to make a clean read on defense now.
Actually, Joe Brownie goes for just a really defensive play. And Scissors actually gets a little too aggressive and falls right into Joe Brownie's trap. Goes for the 6P, no RC afterwards. Go for a potential burst bait. We're going to see a 6P into the spin. Jumps in, caught with the 6P that time. And Joe Brownie will take game number 1.
Yeah.
On to game number 2. Well, Joe Brownie going to go for the minion drop there and actually somehow impromptu sets up the Sanders pressure dash and far slash. Finds the counter at Scissors, gives up that burst, 2P staggers. While it's getting FD'd, gets away, able to block in time with the parry. Lands with the JP, not going to be enough plus frames. Cross up into the knockdown. This is going to be incredibly difficult for Anji now. 5H, catches the backdash, lock it down. Continuous plus frames is what you have to deal with. 2D outspace top 5 into the RC forward. We're going to get a bit of damage on this. Bit of extra damage too because we had some risk, but not in the super. Should be able to kill. Yeah. Able to kill there, and Joe Brownie one step closer to going up 2-0.
A very good round indeed. Just kind of capitalize on all those interactions. Sends out the minions, holding down the neutral, big anti-air, and with the minion you're able to confirm a boot and set up the same scenario yet again. Welcome to the sandwich, where you're stuck in the center. And I don't think this is death.
No.
But it's close.
It's much closer than I thought it would be, to be frank. We're going to see the deflect there. Wow. Yeah, setting up the minion there gets booped away, but it doesn't matter. The minion clap from downtown. Joe Brownie goes up 2-0. On to game number 3. 5K can be lift around. Start backs off. Sets up the... Wow. Perfect timing on the shield there. Has 3 minions out. You got to be worried about your meter potentially. Might see a clap. Nope, actually just sets up another one, and Scissors wasn't anticipating the walk back there, so they're going to whiff a normal, has to give up that burst. Outspacing the 6P, ready for that raw Fujin. 2P away, tries to go for the 6H, but it's, wow, no chase available there. Goes to the fuzzy overhead, connects through the wall, and Joe Brownie continuing this momentum, doing such a fantastic job in the neutral, in the offense, in the defense.
Solid damage dealt, and they're going to be opting for a reset. Gets the throw, and with the meter, you're getting the kill. Scissors, one of the top dogs of the baccpaBrawl, potentially about to get knocked out here on set point. This is a difficult time for Scissors. Probably going to have to rethink what they can do in this potential final round. And you know what? It's no easy, man. It's no easy. This is dire.
I think in most cases, it's incredibly difficult to come up with a new game plan around how your opponent is playing, orient it to their specific structures. But it's even more difficult when it's a character like Jacko, who is so open-ended, who just has so many different offensive setups, so many different ways to play the neutral, that coming up with that game plan on the spot, really, really tough. We are going to see the 5D here from Scissors, and that's a great way to start this comeback.
Yep, sending you through the wall. Solid damage dealt. Able to get started with the safe jump. BRC to go back in with the 2D. Gets a clean hit because that BRC and the counter has slowed down. Able to get some decent comboage, but they kind of needed another bar if they wanted to get some solid screen carry. And that top 5D could spell the end of your doom. You're no dead yet, but the parry super bring you back. You've got a bar to stay safe and take a turn. But it's such a deficit.
Yeah, it's going to be really difficult. Oh my god, just the walk back there with the mini. How did it cover you? Jumps through.
I don't know.
Oh my god, the empty ID there from Scissors.
No.
Chase the 2S, stays him with the wild assault. We need to extend this offense. Whoa, the Anji makes it into the low. Not going to fall for it. Joe Brownie chases, backs off, drops the minion. Empty and ready for the back throw is Scissors, who takes the round, sticks around, and will force a final round in game number 3.
Aye, that was nice, man. That was actually nice. Oh, and the parries. Yeah, Scissors certainly bringing it back with that round, but they still have to work their heart out if they want to bring it back, and they're stuck into the corner, gets caught by a straight minion and just like, you're stuck.
Yeah, same situation. Joe Brownie hard calling out these deflects with the minion drops, ready to go for the minion clap. Absolutely keep Anji from interacting there. Great blocks. Joe Brownie in the defense just doing phenomenally, ready for the back throw there. No RC. It's taking to go for one more setup here, deflected away. Scissors still not afraid to go for that. Has the standard set up, but the minion will go away. Drops it with the RC. We have another bar in the back as well. This might be a checkmate situation. You have to play perfectly for Scissors. Top 5D, not ready. And that is it. Joe Brownie will take the set 3-0.
Heading into winners finals, an interesting thing to note, we've got Potemkin, we've got Kai, and we've got Kensei versus Esgifto. And something to note, baccpack, this is the thing to note. To get to winners top 8, Esgifto had to kill Dany with a clean 3-0 to get here. So he's got that Kai matchup knowledge down if this is the type of like competition that you're beating here. You're going up against Kensei, so I'm imagining they might have that advantage yet again, but so far the backdashes are certainly saving Kensei with a well placed there.
Dude, I just don't know if we've seen a misplay from Gifto yet. I mean, they are just showing some incredibly clear, strong game plans, incredible, clear, strong reads, and clearly their opponents are overwhelmed when they are blocking.
Oh yeah. Oh Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, you've put it best. I don't think they've made a misplay. Like, sure, they may have been caught on a 50-50, but it's a 50-50 strike throw. You're allowed to mess those up, right? In terms of... Oh, I forgot I had that mod on. In terms of everything else, that was... Yeah, no, he did the Gangnam Style on Gigantor.
Dude, I think Esgifto today has had the perfect reads on offense, by the way. It just seems like they are consistently calling at their opponents. We finally have the DI. But will it lead to a victory? We'll find out now. 5H into the spinner. With the plus frames, what are you going to do with it? Going to be a trade. You don't have enough HP to do that a couple more times. Just going to try to infinite the string. Taps out with a 5P. That's a ridiculous mash, by the way, because that reward is so low. You might not have even killed unless it's counter hit. But Esgifto takes game number 1. On to game number 2. Esgifto continuing the domination. A big read in the neutral there, just holding on to this space, playing outside of Kai's range, trying to make it very difficult. Big neutral hop there from Kensei, who's going to find a way out. Aggressive burst, keeping Kensei into the corner, stays in with a wild assault. Kensei getting pushed back.
Oh, good jump in. Good 5P, unfortunately couldn't confirm the PRC. Baits that was a safe jab.
I don't know why you were looking for DP there. That's actually ridiculous.
But they did.
Yeah, I know.
That's the mental part. They just did, and they got it. But yeah, something to note. Oh, getting caught with the left, right. Hold it yet again. Goes for the right side. Has to defend up. Unfortunately, just kind of stuck trying to get out. 5B anti-air. Good pickup. And he's got the knockdown for the chase. Got a bar to work with. As they're just going for 50-50 central. Pop Buster to 60.
Oh, man. Potemkin's a funny character sometimes. Excellent spacing, by the way, on the stop there. Goes, unfortunately messed up the hammer fall. Not going to get any Yoki from this right now. Just holding on, tries to go for the anti-air. Not going to work. 5K, top 5D, blocks it all. I don't know why you're ready for the cross-up. Not ready for that one. And Kensei will take the round.
All right, all I'm saying is, every time I see a flick, I just think that's misfiner. That's misfiner right there. That's what you got to think to yourself.
Great DP.
Bro's sitting on a -4 misfire. Oh!
Wow. What a punish. Backdash on the throw, recognized it, and then actually had that perfectly timed throw punish. Stays in the RC, plus frames into the opponent in the face. That's going to get 2S. Didn't get the counter hit, but oh yeah, went for the wild assault rooting to still end that pop buster. We are going to get some good Oki here. Outspace the DP, goes to the top 5D, and that is the round, forcing a final round in game number 2.
Oh aye, we're continuing it. And the Potemkin bros certainly feeling excited today. This Esgifto could potentially take it 2-0, continuing the lead. Good block outs. Good block in the JS. Gets back in, gets the yeet. Powerful throw indeed. As you've got the corner unlocked, you got a bar to work with. Wild assault. Sit. Oh, well defended. Not gonna get caught by
Oh
any of
my
you. Oh,
God.
2S mash?
How do you have the patience and then it's just like, I'm going to press 2S and it works? I don't understand. 2S is such a slow button. Panda, can you vouch for how scary of an option that is to 2S on a block stun there?
So 2S out of block stun is a very peculiar play, but it makes sense as someone who plays pot, because what happens is you use it as kind of like a read for a space in mash out. It's like, okay, they're at a space. The only thing they can represent is 5H, 6H, or something long, right? So that tends to be play. So after something like die or clap, maybe you would do it there as a guess. But they did that on just raw jumping pressure, which is insane.
That was fantastic gaming there from Kensei, able to tie it up 1-1.
At the end of the third game, we're currently tied 1-1. And Kensei showing that they can definitely hang out with Esquifto. Dany, again, lots of that spell at Rio. So Kensei already taking a game is a sign of good things for this set.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, Dany, like you said, wasn't able to get in the board. Kensei has. We'll see if maybe the gameplay swap, the gameplay difference, the game plan difference between these two Kiske players maybe is able to break through.
Oh.
Big round.
Very nice. 7 through the wall and everything. Got the kill. Kensei kind of playing patiently now. Oh, 5H counter. That's massive. Oh, the fake jab into the pot buster. Very nice. From Esquifto. Very, very nice. Jesus.
Chase in with a close slash. I like those overextension plays where you run ultra deep on the opponent, catch him. Often this is used to call it a backdash as well, or even a delayed backdash. We're going to see a fly in. Goes for the PRC cancel into the 6P. The Potemkin players love the special move into PRC moves.
It's because it's the most scariest offensive tool, right? You're all constantly sitting on a throw. Oh, that's a clean kill by Kensei, by the way. Currently up 2-1. I'll finish my thought real quick, though. But essentially what it comes down to is the fact that you have a throw that's going to deal 40%, and you can friend at any time. So that's why you're seeing those plays.
And with armor on the approach. It's a win-win.
That is true. But yeah, 2-1.
On to game number 4. On to game number 4. We have Kensei coming off a really quick victory. And we're going to see if Esquifto is able to find a way back into the set, taking game number 4, forcing to game number 5. We'll find out now. Right now, they're threatening big spacing, big normals. And Kensei just absolutely flawlessly outspaces, punishes, and gets a little corner-to-corner combo.
Oh, good blocks. RC into the pressure. Went for the pot buster. Oh, bring you back down the earth, but nah. Knocks you down. 2K2D well defended. Dire clap. 5H put you back. Big flick to keep you at bay. Oh, what a jumping.
Able to get the wall break there. And her knockdown flips in. Far slash. Avoided by the backdash. Plus frames into the close slash starter. Are you going to give the burst? I believe so. 2D. Top of the projectile. RC makes this a kill set point here for Kensei.
Very nice.
You know, if Potemkin loses, we might actually have the Dany and Esquifto run back.
Oh, and we'll get to see why the set was the way it was. That'll be interesting indeed. Good flicks. Try to keep it cool. Goes for the slide head. Flicking again. Very safe tool to represent in neutral. If you know how to time it, you know how to use it. It's very good. Oh, nice. Good jump in here. JS in their way in. Kensei on the offense. RC and goes for the right side. Well defended. And Esquifto has the corner lock and has a bar to work with. This is not good for Kensei, but it doesn't matter. Jumps their way out.
Yeah, the slow startup on the aerial normals for Potemkin definitely just hurt a lot. Finds the hit. Unfortunately went directly into that. 6P for the anti-air, though. I don't think you're going to get great Oki off this.
Oh, yeah, you get nothing. You get nothing.
Oh, okay, but you do get a misfire, which is nice. We would take those.
You got to remember. Yeah, I was about to say, you got to remember Potemkin, you can play neutral with the best of them. And, you know, you've got the corner lock. Good backdash on the slide head. Tries again. Back Mega Fisto. Not the tool it once was, but still good to represent in neutral. And that's a big yeet. No kill, but 50-50. One more. Good defense. Not going to get caught. Has the burst to work with. Ain't gonna matter. Esquifto. Yeah, no, I'm sad.
You cut off dramatically, which is hilarious. Kensei takes the set 3-1.
Heading into the next one, This we're going into loser semi-finals between Joe Brownie and Dany. And like you said, potential run back could happen for Dany if they're able to defeat Joe Brownie here. But Joe Brownie, absolute monster of their own right. So, you know, this is going to be a fun one.
That last set. I mean, they had an absolute killer of a set against Scissors, and we'll see if they're able to carry that momentum. Doesn't look like it so far, as Dany has just been phenomenal, already crushing in this first round.
Oh, aye. Nice. Gets in. Solid pickups. Keep the pressure going. Gets a hit. Has the minion in play now, so you can kind of sandwich them for a wee bit, see what they're going to do. Are they going to clap back? No. Oh.
PRC to stay in,
Ooh.
but it was a delayed PRC, so we can actually get the throw there. And the throw was enough to kill. Dany strikes first.
Oi. 2D. Whiffs. Great jump in. Goes for the left side, gets the clean hit. Dany taking some damage, but bursts them back. Minion in play, catches them, sends out with the kick. Big anti-air with the 6-speed, just like you're stuck in the Sandwich City. Ain't gonna matter though, baits the DP, and Joe Brownie with the super. It's gonna cash out. I don't think this is enough to kill though. Big scaling on the combo. So it's all about the next 50-50 you represent after this.
Well, what kind of oh, well, I was about to say, what kind of offense can we really get here? Well, we can just throw out a minion. That'll kill. Don't worry about it. Final round of game number 1. Fantastic JPs there from Jacko. Not going to be the most reward, but at least we're going to get some screen presence here with the minions. Big kick. We have the sandwich pressure set up already. Dany holding up back. Dashes in, far slash, wild assault for the hard knockdown.
Oh, good tech. Stuck on the ground because of that well-placed Patriarch, just like able to cash out, taking it through the wall. Dany has the electricity state applied, so that means if he gets a clean hit, some good combos should kick in. But no, Joe Brownie denies it. Clean offense. Oh, the RC! Oh! Very nice from Dany. Clean read on the burst, always good at it. I don't know how he's able to do it. I think he's a sidekick. He's going to go up 1-0. Oh, heading into the next one. Dany, currently up 1-0, looking pretty good. Gets the 2K 2D. And just like Joe Brownie is cashing out back on the offense. Big yeet.
We love the yeets.
Jumping in. Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. We set up the minion here. We will actually end up opening up Dany here. Goes to the RC4 directly into the super. A 2-bar commitment. And this will be...
Oh, that's death. Wow. You know what happened? I kind of like shut my brain off. I didn't realize I was staring at the word slash for like a solid 10 seconds. And I'm like, oh Christ, that killed. That
was kind of nutty.
Definitely.
I did not expect that to kill whatsoever. It actually just left me speechless.
Yeah, but oh Christ. But yeah, we're certainly going to see Dany striking back after that round, taking some solid chunk of health. When we got started, like off that round start, immediately just on it. And oh my god.
That is a kill.
The scaling though.
No, that's a kill.
Oh no, I thought he was going to drop. The gravity looked really low.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it was really low, but I'm not down Kai Super any day of the week, you know what I mean? It just works.
Real.
It just works every time. We're going to set up the minis here. Dash in, cop of the DP. Dany with the shimmy, even gets the close slash starter. Force the burst out here from Joe Brownie, who's setting up the minions. Has one of them out right now, runs under, and that is not good news here for Joe Brownie. Dany with a far slash, Dany with the confirm, Dany with the wall break, and Dany with the positive bonus.
Boy, nice. Gets back in with the pressure. 2K2D with the pickup, and just like that, should be able to kill. And Dany up 2-0, looking more dominant as they continue through this bracket. Oh,
on to game number 3, round start. Joe Brownie goes to the dash block and unfortunately gets caught with the back throw here. And Dany continuing the domination right now, doing a great job at stopping Joe Brownie from ever getting started.
Oh, very nice. Gets back in. Keeping the pressure going. Has the minion. Oh, but the denial has a bar to work with on Dany's side. I'm expecting a Scum Dipper or a Fujiart with an RC. There it is. Back in. Backing in. Oh, close slash, but burst to send you back. That close slash counter hit could have been dire, and I absolutely love the Joe Brownie. Delayed the burst to call out the overextension.
Tries to go for the PRC back, call for the far slash once again. The shimmy connects here. And Dany this time, no burst to be represented by Joe Brownie, so we're just going to get a full-on kill here. Set point here for Dany. Able to close it out if they can find one more big round. With the Fujiri arc catching Joe Brownie out of the sky, this might just be it. Oh, there it is again. Ooh. Absolutely calling out this defensive habit of Joe Brownie, consistently going for the fuzzy throws.
Hey, man. I mean, you've got to be on it. As soon as you recognize a pattern, you need to be vicious, right? You need to be vicious, and you need to let them know. Oh, 5P. Backing up, gets caught out there, tries to get in. The health is insanely low. Do keep in mind at set point, and Joe Brownie is fine with their life on the lane. Oh no, the bait, and Joe Brownie unfortunately knocked out at 4th place, and Dany will be continuing after a 3-0 to face Esquifto for the run back.
Losers finals. It's Dany, it's Esquifto. This is the run back. But our first time seeing these two players on stream. Run back of the matchup, though, that we last saw. Esquifto just lost to Kensei on the Kai Kiske. This match will determine whether or not we have another Potemkin versus Kai, or if we have the Kai mirror in grand finals.
Hi, man. Who knows how this is going to go down? But I would love to see a potential run back again in grand finals. But at the end of the day, if we're going to get a Kai mirror, that'd also be insane. I've had one of those in a wee bit, so it'll be exciting to see how the two tyrants do. But it's actually a pretty good scenario with the meter, but it ain't gonna matter. Clean read from Dany. Use the projectile to push their hurt box up higher.
Yeah, I mean, that was an excellent read. That's why Potemkin needs a third jump, frankly.
Yeah.
Flies it.
Are we
plus frames.
This?
Far side. No, I'm joking. We're blocking the projectile now. 5P. Ready for the...
He needs a 4th jump. We're not done yet. Get back here, Chip. Where are you going?
Back through here for Dany. Plus frames on the projectile. 2S. Baits out the burst, and it's just not coming up Potemkin right now. Earlier, everything was going their way, and right now it just seems to be the exact opposite. And there it is again. Dany called out the Potemkin Buster into the Potemkin Buster with a double backdash, and goes up 1-0. On to game number 2. Round start. Both players throwing out some big normals. Nothing connecting just yet except Kai's super normal, the far slash. Guaranteed better than May far slash. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
The special normal.
The special normal. I like that. Let's bring back special normal.
The special cancelable special.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, Christ.
5D.
Top 5D
and the RC4.
Well.
We're going to need a run under into the side swap into the corner bombo.
Aye, fairly nice. Dany back in the offense, gets a good IB on that aerial heat tackle. By the way, IBing heat tackle is an amazing play, right? Because you make it less plus, right? You make it go from like neutral or plus to actually negative or punishable. So having aerial IBs, certainly the play from Dany. I'm a big fan of that. Oi, nice. Gets a knockdown. Jumps in, goes for a 2K, goes for a 2S to try to get back in. Esquifto appearing to have a difficult time against Dany, but they make a clean read with the height tackle to get right back in, and they've got a bar to work with. I'm a fall. Pick up. Oh, the safe jab!
Wow. Yeah, finally we're seeing that come to fruition there. 5K spaced out. Goes to the 5D into the double low. Dany not going to get hit thus far. Barely out of range. Dany's ready for the punish with the Scum Dipper. Knockdown. Plus frames again. Flips in. RC to stay in. Tap 5D. Taste your own medicine. Dany getting a big combo here. I don't think it's going to kill, but certainly in a great spot.
You are back into neutral though, so that's the positive for Esquifto. But also not too much of a positive. It is Dany on Kai. Neutral's not a good time, and he's got a bar to work with, being a raw Scum Dipper or a 6P confirm into the goddamn right, the lightning. My god, Dany, that is how you take a lead and go up 2-0.
On to game number 3. Round start, we're going to see the 6P. That's going to whiff. Tries to press another button, but Dany jumps into the perfect time, finds the counter hit, and now trapped in the corner already is Potemkin.
Christ.
Has to play perfectly to find a way back into this set. We're going to get the knockdown here from the 5H. Goes for the safe jab. Into another jab for the anti-air this time. First out.
Aye. Try to keep it cool in terms of the neutral. Gets in with the pop buster. Ugh. And then you've got another bar to work with because of the recovery after a quick one.
You see the backdash there? It was
immaculate.
It was a last frame hit on the Pawbuster, not Pawbuster, on the Garuda impact. Yeah, Dany recognized it. Speaking of recognition, holy. But yeah, it's only active for that last frame there on that setup, and so Dany backdashes it, punishes it, just like they're able to find that hit as well. Needs one more hit. Goes to the 5K, caught.
That's death.
And the Sig Sage will close it out.
See, I was sat there, and you want to know something? My brain also thought, we do Gigantic Kai here.
Yeah, we gotta.
Because, like, the only thing you'll lose to is Scum Dipper. And is Dany willing to make that read without meter? I don't think he is. So,
I think we're going to see it later just because you said that.
Oh, no, for sure, for sure. But in that scenario with no meter Scum Dipper? Nah. No there. No there. Like nice that, flick. Sends it back. Oh, that's a greedy play, but I respect it. Gonna get caught by the right of the lightning to get that wall break. Dany on it with one more interaction. Has to defend well. RC get in. Close slash delay to 2D. Has a potential safe jab. Goes for a normal jab. Not safe. And they're just representing the flicks and the pokes, telling Dany, you've got to play it to me. And he does with the Scum Dipper RC. That's his set point backpack. This could be it for the Potemkin brother.
We're down to the wire here. 3-0. Dany looking to close it out immediately. And honestly, this is not what I was expecting to see. I mean, we saw earlier. Well, we saw from the scoreboard. We didn't actually watch the match. Esgifto did take this at 3-0 against Dany earlier, but it's not over just yet. As Esgifto gets on the board with the Pawbuster, Dany's still up 2-1. On to game number 4. Round start 5H. We'll find the knockdown. And it looks like, yeah.
This is good.
Esgifto finally finding where they were at before, finding that momentum, doing a great job at holding open on this turn. 6 feet for the anti-air, and we are able to break the wall here.
I've got to say, Esgifto really utilizing Potemkin's jabs. Kind of an underrated pressure tool. People tend to use it for meaties and like, anti-air pickups. Very nice round from Gifto after the hammerfall. But where it's really good is in pressure because, you know, it's +1, so you can kind of represent another one, delay it, maybe represent a 2K if you're close enough. It's really good, and Gifto using it to call out Dany's really delay-based defensive plays, and it makes sense. But Dany bringing it back, getting a round kill potential scenario if they can build that bar.
Finds a hit, RC extension to the wall, and that should be another set point opportunity here for Dany.
Aye, hopefully it's no draw opportunity for Dany, and does get sent back to him, but who knows. Esgifto gets in, but not gonna matter. Continues the rest of that Gatling. Gets an amazing shimmy. That's the Dany shimmy indeed, and we're sending him through the wall. The damage cash out on Potemkin is insanely high, meaning Chip took like 8% there.
PRC,
the patience.
2K, 5H, 2B staggers. Finds a hit on the counter here. You gotta give it the burst. Your tournament life is over. Perfectly timed. No, mistimed the flick twice.
Jesus Christ.
The Scum Dipper into the RC. That is the perfect. That is the set. Dany takes it 3-1 over Esgifto.
Heading into winners final. Sorry, grand finals. It's more grand than winners. It's grand. And interesting thing, backpack. Dany went like F the mirror. Right, I'm watching my French, watching my language. Screw the mirror. I ain't playing that. I'm gonna play the better Kiske.
I respect
I'm gonna hop on Sin.
Frankly, I respect that, and I do like seeing this in here from Dany, mostly because I have very little experience watching Dany on any other character. They have been a Kai Kiske ride or die from the very beginning of Strive.
Aye, he does have a Bridget as well. Why? Just
for
does.
Funsies?
Yeah, for fundies. Yeah. I mean, to be fair. No, I'm not going to be disrespectful. I'm kidding. But, you know, Sin, definitely a character that you can pick up. Won't take a major amount of time. And if you've already got experience on a neutral-like character like Kai, this should be a pretty easy one for you to pick up, especially for somebody like Dany. So you gotta respect that, you know, going from one Kiske to another. Even has the game plan down to a wire. Usually it'd take me a bit of time to adjust if I was going between characters, right? Like you've seen my Terry into Zok. It takes a wee bit of time. This man's on it. He's just on it.
You can have all the time in the world. You're not taking a game off my box.
No, I don't know why you say that. I win every set. I literally win every set.
After the brawl today, we're running a 1st and 10. You're not taking a game off.
No, I don't want to.
That's what I thought. Walk it back. Walk it back. Just like Dany's going to walk back game number 1. Takes it with the super.
Heading into the next match here, Dany already taking the first one, showing that big man Kensei may need to lock in. You know, he does have a little bit of like lack of warm-up, so that's certainly a thing that could be holding back Kensei right now. But who knows, right? Dany still needs a reset, still needs to win that. So you got plenty of time to work with. Just don't let it catch up to you at the worst moment.
You know what the most hilarious outcome would be? If this ended up being a Sin Mirror. If Kensei also swapped and they're just running the Sin Mirror instead.
Christ. No, I think they should play the Pot Mirror.
Oh, true. By the way, people that don't know, Dany's coming from loser's side. So Dany has to win 2 first to 3s to close out this tournament. Kensei only needs a 1.
True. And it does appear that Dany's on it, gets a clean far slash, uses all of the stamina, that's what it's called, and the burst to immediately get in. Deals so much damage. You've got the corner prep. Unlock, no, escapes with the Scum Dipper. We're back to the mid screen, but that far slash, that DP, going back and forth with the tools.
ID back. Oh my god. Epic contestant on the ground. We're going to see a big jump in here from Kensei. I keep wanting to say Yagami. Big jump in there from Kensei. Coming in again. Both players playing in the... Oh, yeah. That time we're going to come up on Dany. RC forward.
From Death Note?
From Death Note. That's my guy.
Oh,
dash up throw.
God.
Dany goes up 2-0.
Yeah.
On to game number 3. Can Dany take this a clean 3-0? Can they force the reset in grands? We'll find out right now. Dany right now putting themselves into the corner, trying to see if Kensei will run forward. And it looks like Dany holding the space, willing to down back, dashes forward, finds the anti-air with a 2P.
Good block in the overhead, not going to get caught. Big far slash to escape. Oh, gets in. This little pick up. Oh my god, it's not done? Oh my. What a cash out from Kensei.
That was epic.
And I understand the super didn't deal a ton of damage, but it's all about that positive bonus. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Securing the meter is obviously so important for Kai. The character just really opens up when they have the bar, and that's really where they're going to get their mix-ups as well. Without the meter, they're really relying on their movement to open up opponents.
Oh, Christ. Backing up. It gets in, RC. The delay. The patience. Well aware of how Dany plays, and Dany, for some reason, is ready to adapt, even though that was the first time those patient plays were represented in the set. Dany is a sidekick, I would swear, right now, and he predict me. And I feel like everybody can predict me on that, actually. But yeah, I hold myself back for these VODs, bro. I hold myself back. You guys have no idea
and
what I'm like.
And I hold my hands up in the air sometimes, singing Ayo, baby, let's go.
Ayo. And then the Brownie song was on, you know what I'm saying?
That's a
singing,
different
right?
song. That's a way different
song.
5K
yeah, you're right.
2S. Kensei takes the round. And Dany's still on set point. Kensei definitely trying to keep this in the first shot.
Go.
Now you get it.
Because we're going to Scum Death Per. Then we're going to... I don't have a joke. I don't have it. I'm out. I put my hands up. I'm out.
Me?
Nah, because I ain't got none. What rhymes with Dipper?
Kiss her.
Aw. Backa.
Reverse 6P. RC forward 5D. Close slash. Drops the 2K. But we are going to hold on to the offense here. Backs off. Trade. Patriarch whip as well. Projectile. This is a huge health advantage for Dany. Immediately gives it the burst. Stays alive. You got to play perfectly here. If you're Kensei, if you want to keep us in this first set before the reset flips in. Nice. Oh, Dragon Assault would be huge. 5D, perfectly spaced. Why is Dany waiting for that? At that range, the last thing you should be looking for is a top 5D. But speaking of which, Dany closes it out, takes it 3-0 with the Sin. On to game number 0. On to game number 1.
0? Hey, yo.
Grand Finals reset. Dany coming off a huge 3-0. Kensei has all the pressure on them now after this reset. It looked like they really didn't have anything going from those first 3 games.
You know, it's funny, right? Because, like, Dany is on the sun, but it feels like Kensei's the sun in this set, doesn't it?
Honestly, like, yeah. I'm getting the vibe.
I'm like, I feels like the character should be swapped to fit the role because he's like, you know, you ain't ready to hang, and I feel like that's what Dany is saying to Kensei right now. This is, it feels personal watching this, if I'm honest.
The fact that Sin's better, though, I think that just means Kai's a good father.
Oh, true, actually. And you know, Dizzy, one of the war spectrum characters, you know, like one of the worst characters to play. I didn't mean to say spectrum.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
You got
you know
me there.
what I mean? The tier list is on a
that,
spectrum. Okay, that's what I meant. Anyway,
sure,
point
brother,
being,
sure.
point being, it's like they've created a top 1 monster. Sorry, top 5. Right, we won't get into specifics. Top 5 monster out of a bottom 5 and honest mid tier. That's beautiful.
Very kind.
Oh, damage dealt. We're back onto that Oki game. Close slash gets the catch with the delayed close slash, but we're back to the neutral. Has a bar to work with. What a jumping from Kensei. And with that meter, able to get some solid damage. Should be able to break the wall. Not enough to. Oh, wait. No, it's not enough to kill. I call it.
Genius. I like that, man.
Proud of myself.
That Panda's 3 for 3 today.
Don't look at previous back. But
yeah, we don't check the other ones. We're actually counting now. We're starting our count today. In the back row, 153. Panda's 3-0.
Oh, that was kind of hype though. Like the super fun
like
PRC back. Let's go. Like, how you doing, bro? How you doing?
We're seeing a whole new Kensei, by the way, this game. I mean, they've really brought up the patience, and they're playing a much slower game, trying to get Sin to overextend, which Dany certainly is right now with the IDs.
Oh, aye. Oh, with the super cash out Tyrant Rave. Looking like his granddad with that super. Able to get right back into it. Far slash, the 2S for the pickup. Should be able to cash out with the Tyrant Rave. Looking like his granddad with that super. Bit of deja vu. We're back into it. Keeping it cool. Has the meter. Work with Kensei. How they're going to utilize it with the Scum Dipper into the throw. H projectile. Try and get in. Staggering. Wild assault. It's getting dire. Oh, very nice.
Yeah, big hit there.
Look out.
Should be able to take it to the wall. Drops the combo. It's just a worst case scenario there for Kensei. As Dany takes 4 games in a row against Kiske.
Who knows?
On to game number 2, we have the GOAT song in the background. Yeah, I'm excited.
Every time I hear it, I keep hearing the clown inside me has a funny voice.
Is that a parody?
Maybe.
Someone make that, or just like schizophrenic?
No, that's what I keep hearing. Every time it gets it, I hear the clown inside me has a funny voice. That's what I hear every time.
Like, okay.
Hi, Bridget, I'm the
clown. Okay. Big hit through the wall here. We're back to mid-screen. Man, there's no recovery on the elk hunt. Man, even when I put the spacer there, the spacer makes it worse, I think.
I think it does.
Like it.
But then again, if I say elk hunt, it also sounds bad, doesn't it? Whoa!
Oh!
Demonetized.
You get 1.
I apologize.
I think.
Maybe. I mean, it wasn't at the start of the video, so you may be fine. You might be fine. Might be fine.
Might be. I'm not going to remember to cut it out. RC4. Plus range. Bam. To the wall. You're dead. Not really. But Kensei, games are looking a lot closer. And in fact, they might even take this game number 2, assuming Dany doesn't make an incredible comeback with the
funny voice. Sorry. Oh.
Thank you, Panda.
That
was,
here.
Wow. Beautiful. And prescient. Very important.
Oh, Christ almighty. Kensei gets a kill. We're tying it 1-1. That was Kensei's first W. So maybe it's the first of many, but who knows?
On to game number 3, we're going to get the 2K2D into the immediate overhead, represented by Dany here, who tries to extend this to the wall, but Kensei gives up that burst. Close slash, going to catch Kai so high up there, and it goes to the ID back. Both players going to miss there, and perfectly timed food tray arc there to low crush.
Oh, that patience. Look at that. Look at that. The wee walk backs going all like, all right, let's see what you're doing. Let's see what you're doing. I'm going to get in, representing the Sun Dipper, capitalizing with the super. And that was just a very good patient play from Dany, just staring to see what Kensei was going to do. Catch him with the overhead. Even though Hoof Stomp is like reactable, not amazingly reactable, it's still such a good overhead to represent. It's always going to catch your opponent off at least like 5 out of 10 times.
Especially online. Like
Especially online.
It's reactable, yeah, okay, but online, man, it's tough. Okay?
Yeah, online's online. Yeah,
like,
online's online.
I think even when I'm staring for it, man, like I'm getting it 1 in 5 times on reaction. I feel like most of the time I'm fuzzy block.
See, I never get into the conversation of reactions because I know mines are either good on hit confirms and that's it. Maybe the occasional overhead block, but when it's a move like 486, it catches me whenever it's slow stuff. I don't know why.
My brain can only react if there's a clear visual cue and audio cue at the same time. There we are. Dany takes game number 3, is now on tournament point.
Heading into game number 4, Dany, after resetting, could potentially win the tournament here. And Kensei only has 1 W to his name against Dany right now. Dany went from being a player that had to play from loser side top 8, bet one of the demons that knocked him at 3-0, and now he's looking to defeat one of the top Kais of the current baccpaBrawl era, right? We've had our sagas, and right now it's kind of the scissors like arc, right? Where it's like they're winning the most, and Kensei's competing. So yeah, it's got like that Dragon Ball vibe.
Yeah, we're in our Cell Saga right now. We're around the tournament arc, right before it, probably.
Wait, who's going? Who's Cell?
Okay, don't do this to me, because I'll think about it, and then I'll get lost, and then we'll be talking about that, and then it'll be, oh, Dany won. We have Dany here, who gets the close slash into the super. Bang! Big round here. And so far, great defense here from Kensei, who's playing very patiently. Flies in, RC forward. Stays in the Wild Assault, getting FD'd away. Oh. Slowly but surely, Dany finds a way out.
The patience. Gets in, Kensei denied with a 5P.
Crazy.
Wow.
Just crazy end here. Yep, not the set point. Tournament point here for Dany. And they close it out from loser side. It's been a while since we've had a loser side victory.
Oh, aye, man. Oh, aye. It's certainly been a wee bit. I think the last one was actually insert. No, I think about it. Yeah, no, they reset it and did up.
Oh, no, you're right. No, it was last week. Oh, my God. Old man.
That was last week.
That was literally last week. But before that,
but a week is...
It's been a while. Okay?
Oh, God.
7 days.
Well, a week is like 160 hours away, right? I'm guesstimating. I don't remember. But point being is like, you know, that was a week ago. That's old news. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's been a bit, you know.
Bro, I hibernate when we're not doing the brawl. This was literally yesterday for me.
I'm literally in my cryopod every time we finish up. Like that's me. I kind of come out like Android 16, you know. Like that's it.
Tap 5D. Into the RC. Is it enough? The help 5D bounce to the wall. No, it's not enough. Not enough. Absolutely. But we are in a tournament point situation. The next hit will take it. Tries to go for the 5P ends here, but the JS will absolutely crush it. Kensei stays alive for another round.
You denied a set point interaction, but at the end of the day, this is still final round. Still set point for Dany, and look at that, the health. A bit rough, has to back up. Kensei trying to get in and out, play like a boxer right now. Look for his opportunity to strike with a nice clean hook, but still stuck on the pressure. Good DP. Yeet! Into the throat.
Plus range in the face of Sin. By the way, we haven't seen many Sin DPs.
Oh, yeah, certainly. Certainly, Dany's been casual on it ever since the reset point. I haven't seen him represent many. You're absolutely right.
Dany with the bar, threatening the far slash, threatening the elk hunt.
Of the hunt.
The elk of the hunt.
Wait, wait, okay, that's how we avoid the demonetization. You say elk and I'll say hunt.
The hunt of elk. Oh, wait, we can try that elk.
Hunt.
Okay, we can do that. We can do that. Just try to play off me next time I say it.
All right. Okay.
We're jumping in, far slash, into the wild assault in 2H. Super. Obviously not going to kill you, but a great beginning to the end here. Dany looking to shut it down. Close slash.
Good block.
Into the 2S.
Oh, what
wow,
a turkey!
FD made it space out, mashed out perfectly, but does not confirm, does not kill. 5P, anti-air, close slash, pick up. It's enough. Dany is your baccpaBrawl 153 champion with not the Kai Kiske, but the Sin Kiske.
And you know what I've got to say, baccpack? You know what he's doing after that win? He sits down on his throne after a decade, a long time away. He sits down and he goes like, feels like business as usual as he takes it back for baccpaBrawl 153.